Guys, today I have number 3 in our Project Life installment with the collaboration I'm doing with Hannah Lemieux. And what we are doing is putting together Project Life pages and adding a little twist by adding some mixed media to the layouts. So this week I am focusing on watercolors, and here what I'm doing is just adding some watercolors to some of these cards. I kind of kept it pretty simple this week. I didn't want to do a whole lot of mixed media. I really like these cards and I wanted just to add a little extra to them. So I took some coordinating colors, which is this light pink that I've just put on and a darker pink, and I'm just kind of adding that to the cards just to make the cards a little bit more my own. This is a good tip to do with any of your items, either Project Life or traditional scrapbooking. Everybody kind of gets the same collections, but between putting the pages together differently and then adding a little bit of a twist to these, you can kind of make these your own. So I kind of liked doing that with this, and I just kind of wanted to play with the watercolors. And like I said, I'm pretty much keeping them simple this week and just adding a little bit of the light pink and the dark pink to my cards. And I tried to limit the amount of water that I put on these cards because they are pretty thin paper, which is kind of disappointing. I wish they were just a little bit thicker, but they're going to go in my album and you're not going to notice once they're in there. But it does mean that the cards kind of are a little more flimsy and you really can't do a whole lot with the watercolor, or you'll have a lot of wrinkling and stuff like that, or the paper just pilling up on you. So I just took the first two cards and just put a little bit of watercolor on them, and then I did the other one with a little bit of splatter with the two colors on, and now I'm just going to start decorating the different cards. This is, I believe, a Project Life collection, and it's crate paper, I think. I did recently get that. I don't have it with me right now. I meant to grab that before I started. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know, and I do have the package in my scrapbook room and I can let you know about it. So here I'm just adding in some sequins and some enamel dots, and the enamel dots are both a gold sparkly enamel dot and a clearish white sparkly enamel dot, and the sequins came in a Scraptastic Project Life kit that I had got. A lot of these embellishments also came in the Project Life kit that I just was referring to. So it's nice because you have a lot of coordinating things, and I love the accents of gold, so I use that a lot throughout this page, is the gold. And I kind of kept my accents with either the sequins, the sparkly gold dots, the white sparkly dots, or some gold accents. So here's just a close-up of that word. It said favorite. And now I'm just going to journal on this card after I add some embellishments. This is from Heidi's Swap. This is the, I think it's the Memory Planner collection from Heidi's Swap. I just got this from, did I get it from Michael's or Joann's? I can't quite remember. I think this might be from Joann's. Either way, I used a coupon on it, and this is a little vellum heart that is from crate paper, and this is just another little vellum, like a bingo chip, that's from crate paper. It came in one of the ephemera packs that I received in a Scraptastic kit, and I didn't get to use all of the vellum pieces, and I thought this was a perfect layout. The colors and the texture of everything went really well. Here I'm going to show you how I colored my staples, and this is my tiny attacher staples. I just used a Stampin' Up! Gold marker for this, and I'm going to show you a close-up of what that name is on the pen in a second after I color this in. And I just kind of colored it in, dried it up, and colored it again. And it's called the Stampin' Dazzle. It comes in both gold and silver, I think. They may have other colors now, but when I ordered it, it just came in those two. And so I just let that dry a little bit, and then I put that in my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, and now I have gold staples. And I thought that looked a lot better. I didn't want to have the silver staples in this, so I just colored them myself. And I think I saw this on Crafting Kate. She actually gave me the idea. It's been quite a while since I saw that, but I thought it was perfect for this. So now I'm just going to end up journaling on this card, and I'm going to fast forward so you have to watch me write all of this. And now I'm done. It's a miracle. It's finished right before your eyes. Here's a close-up of the card. I just added a March card and then all that, and I added the staples in for some more accents. And I'm going to move on to the next card. This one I'm going to keep pretty simple. I'm just going to add a couple sequins on. And I always attach my sequins with my glue dots. That holds them in a lot better. So I'm going to add that gold sparkly sequins, and then just, or not sequins, but the enamel dot, and then that other sequins. And I took my gold pen around this. You really can't tell. I probably could have skipped this step. It probably would have been better if I did more of a gold outline on the card, but I just thought I'd try it and just see kind of what it looked like. Like I said, it didn't do too much, but you know, it's worth a shot. Here's a close-up. I'm going to move to the next card. This is just a picture of my two kitty cats. This is Denali and AJ, and they were laying together, and I was so excited because it's very rare when Denali gets to lay with another one because he is pretty rambunctious as a kitten, and none of my older kitty cats want to ever hang out with him. So when I get to see them together, it makes me happy. That's another vellum heart that I had from the Maggie Holmes ephemera pack, and then just a little bit of pink washi tape that I had in my stash. And I did put another staple in that as well. And I think I'm going to add one more piece here, this little bluish, purplish sequins with my glue dot. There's another close-up of the kitty cats. Here is a picture, if you can't tell, of me holding a Starbucks cup. I was waiting, or me and my daughter were waiting to get her picture taken, and we were at the mall, so we decided to stop at Starbucks and get a little snack. So I just added a star from that Maggie, or the Heidi Swap kit, and I'm going to add an enamel dot. Or maybe it's a sequins. Or maybe I just keep it like this. I think, oh, this one, I did just keep it like this. So you can see a close up. And then I'm going to move on to the card that I ended up putting some of my watercolor on, and I'm going to add some sequins to this. And then I'm also going to put some journaling on here. And again, this sequence just came in a Scraptastic kit. I had it in my stash. There's a variety of kind of like a pearlescent sequins and some see-through clear sequins, and it was very, very pretty. And it's lasted me a long time. I've probably used it on, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks of project life here and there. So I really got my use out of it, so that's always a good thing. So I'm just going to attach those with my trusty glue dots. And then I'll show you a close-up so you can see it a little bit better. And let me know, since this is a closer up view that I'm showing you of the card, let me know if you still like to see this even closer up view of the card, or if the zoomed in view is enough. My videos won't be quite as long if I don't show that extra piece, but if you guys like it, let me know and I'll keep doing it. I don't mind. I just want to make sure I can meet everyone's needs, because I know a lot of people don't like the really long videos, but I want to make sure you guys all can see the cards as well. So here's just another one of those vellum hearts that had some stitching on it. So I used the stitching to my advantage and added the staples in the same line as the stitching. And this is just some tape that I got in, what was it? It was like someone's grab bag that they were getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and I just got a bunch of stuff in the grab bag, and one of the items was this washi tape. And it just has a bunch of different words on it, and I liked it. It looked old-fashioned, like an old-fashioned kind of a, I don't know, masking type of tape. So I liked the color and I thought it went well with this collection. So I just trimmed them down because I wanted to fit the 2 words on this heart, and the tape was just a little bit too wide to fit it on. So I'm going to fiddle and fiddle with this and get it just right. And that is going to be that card. I think I do add one more thing to this. I think I add another sequence or enamel dot to this one. Let's see. Yep, I think I'm going to use the white one like that I show there. And it's really pretty. They're almost like an opal color because it's kind of got different colors in the sparkles of the white one, so I think that's pretty. This one is going to be my title card, and I'm going to add some watercoloring to this one too, and then I'm going to use some thickers to put the week 14 on this. And this card is going to be kept pretty simple too. Like I said, I'm just going to be putting this watercolor on just to match the other side. So I'm now working on the right side of the layout, and I just want to have everything cohesive from one side to the next. And I'm just dabbing that off because, like I said, you don't want to have a lot of water on these cards because they do warp a lot because they are thin. So I'm just kind of dabbing as I go. And I'm going to do, I think, 3 cards with the watercolor, and then I'll come back and actually decorate them in a little bit. And this palette that I got that I'm using for the watercolor, I just got this from Michael's. It was one of those really inexpensive, I think it was Artist Loft or something like that. I can't remember the brand, but it was a really inexpensive watercolor pad or palette. And so if you're not wanting to spend a whole lot of money, I think that's a good buy. It is kind of a chalky color, so when it does dry, it does kind of leave it like a matte chalky appearance. So that isn't as nice as some of like the other watercolors I have, but for what it is and for the price, I think it works just fine. So I'm going to add a little bit of splatters here with the light pink and the dark pink. And dab that up just a little bit to dry them up quicker because I'm impatient and I don't want to wait for them to dry. I want to move on. And what I'm going to end up doing is adding on this card is a little bit of washi tape to mimic the other side. So I'm going to use some pink washi tape and a little stripe. And this is the Lost and Found Thickers. I thought again that this kind of theme would go well with my card this time, my collection. And so if you ever have washi tape that's too thick, you can use your trimmer and just stick it down and put it so that it's straight and just trim it down. That way, sometimes with your scissors, you don't get a very straight cut. And if you're kind of anal like me, I like it very straight sometimes. So I just use my trimmer to trim that up and get it a really nice straight line. So here I'm going to be using those Lost and Found Thickers. I really like these, but I have a hard time using them on anything. Just my pages don't seem to really go with these thickers a lot. So I was very glad to be able to use these on my Project Life spread. And I find that with Project Life, I end up using a lot of stuff that I wouldn't necessarily use, or I can't find a place for, or it's too tiny, or just feels too small for something. I use a lot of that kind of stuff in Project Life, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad I'm able to do that and use up a lot of my little scrappy things that I wouldn't necessarily use and I would end up throwing away. I'm just adding a little bit of sequins to the bottom right hand corner, and that little gold circle is from that same Heidi Swap sticker sheet. It's like a little chipboard sticker sheet. And this is a picture of my daughter at Build-A-Bear. She begged and begged and begged me to go to Build-A-Bear to get her another Build-A-Bear. She's got, I don't know, 5, 10, who knows. She's got so many stuffed animals. So I told her, okay, fine, we'll get this Build-A-Bear. And then I caved in even more and I bought a dress for the Build-A-Bear. It's just crazy. Build-A-Bear is so easy to get sucked into all the fun outfits and stuff like that. And I have to admit, I do kind of like going to Build-A-Bear and it's fun to get all the outfits, but as far as price-wise, it's maybe not my favorite. But you know, that's how things work. She was really, really good getting her picture taken next door, so I decided I would cave and let her get a little Build-A-Bear. And this one's really cute as a Valentine's bear, so it's a little less expensive. It had the pink, and then it had hearts in white and darker pink. So I just finished that card over there, again using some of that crepe paper, I couldn't remember the collection, crepe paper vellum pieces, and topping it off with some enamel dots. And that's pretty much going to do this page. I'm just going to add a sequence so I have a cluster of 3. And I think odds, embellishments and things like that look better, so that's why I try to do an odd pair of those. And then this card I'm going to keep pretty simple. I don't have a lot I want to do on the left hand card. I'm going to add a little gold triangle, and I'm going to, on the right hand side, add that thicker piece just to again mimic the other card that I have the week on, and then add some sequins and some washi tape. And here I'm just trying to look from that Heidi Swap sticker sheet which to use, and I'm going to settle with this little gold triangle. And then I'm going to add a word on with, I think it's going to be in craft, and then I'm going to add it to the bottom, you and me together. It seemed perfect. This is a picture of me and my daughter coloring Easter eggs, or when we are coloring Easter eggs. You don't really see the Easter eggs, but my daughter has a little apron on and we are coloring Easter eggs in this picture. Here is just a quote. I didn't have a whole lot of pictures this week, at least not throughout the week. I had a lot of pictures for Easter and stuff, but not just day to day. So this quote I got from, I think, either Facebook or Pinterest. It's a Dr. Seuss quote, and I just really liked it, and I thought it would be a good filler card for my week. So I'm just adding that little calendar piece. That is a sticker that was no longer sticky that I've had for quite some time. I'm not exactly sure where it came from. The little doily piece was from the crepe paper ephemera collection, and the little geo tag is from that Heidi Swap kit. And then I'm going to add one sticker on here that says beautiful because I love that quote. And then I'm going to add one enamel dot to top it off. So that does it for that particular card. And then here, this one is going to be uber simple. I'm going to add one little tag to the top left. The tag I got from Scraptastic, and I have quite a bit of these tags left. I tried finding a word, but I just didn't find anything I liked. This is an inspirational pack of sticker words, and I wanted to write yuck or yucky or something like that because this Mexican restaurant we went to was not good. So I decided just to make my own little yuck sticker and top that one off, and that's going to do it for that particular card. Nothing too fancy on that one. Here is one of the hearts that came in the Project Life collection, this gold heart, and I'm going to add on one of the sticker sheet words, and it's going to be in white this time. And it is going to say genuine. This is a picture of my daughter at the zoo. On Easter, it was just me and my daughter. My husband had to work and my parents left and went to Florida. So me and my daughter spent the day at the zoo and it was beautiful. So I took some pictures of that and just add an enamel dot to that heart, and that does it for that particular card. This card is one of the cards I added the watercolor to, and that little, I don't know, topper tab thingy that I just glued on, that was also from the Project Life collection kit. And I just added it on. I like the accent of the gold heart on this one. And I'm just going to journal. And this journaling is for the picture of my daughter at the zoo. It's about how we were just the two of us for Easter this year. And I'm just going to add in this little sequence on the butterfly, and that will do it for this one. Here are some more little ephemera pieces that came in that Project Life kit from Crate Paper. I'm going to add in some enamel dots. I'm also going to add in another piece of that vellum from Crate Paper. It's going to be a little, I think, yellow doily, and I'm going to add in that little piece of sequins. So I'm going to pull off this little group here, stick that vellum piece behind, add a little bit more adhesive, and then glue it down to the page. There's a close-up shot. I really like that little tab that says love in the gold accent, so I thought it was perfect. And there's that little space up there between above my daughter's head, and I thought that worked and it fit in nicely. So this is going to be the last card that I'm doing. I'm going to add just some washi tape and some other accents from the kit. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us on this little Project Life adventure that we're on, me and Hannah. If you have not already done so, please check out Hannah's video on her channel. She has another Project Life video with mixed media in it, and hopefully you guys are having as much fun as we are. We're having a great time working together on this project and sharing it with all of you. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, please do so, and I will talk to you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.